Welcome to yoga. My name is Katy Mair. Today we're going to focus on our legs. See if we can tone them up a little bit in this session. So join me and let's lie down. Now just have your heels as wide as the hips and drop your feet outwards. I want you to relax your hips and then walk your shoulder blades downwards so they sit very flat, and that will open up your chest. Nod your chin to chest and lengthen through the back of the neck. And bring your hands to the sides, palms up, because that will help you flatten your shoulder blades. Now I want you to start to breathe, because it's important to start our yoga with connecting our breath with our body. So let's start to breathe. And notice the breath starts in the top of the chest, and I want you to consciously bring that down to your rib cage. Can you feel the ribs expand? And then I want you to bring that down to your belly. And just remove all the stress out of the tummy. Really focus on your breathing. See if you can hear the sound of your breath. See if you can hear the sounds around you. Let your muscles relax around your neck and shoulders. Anytime your thoughts wander, just bring them back to your breath. Notice the pace of your breath. Whether your breath stops at any point and pauses. Try not to hold your breath at any time throughout your yoga today. All right, I think it's time for a nice big stretch. Bring your arms over your head, point your toes away. Big breath in, reach the arms and legs. Nice big stretch. Try and tighten up your thighs, tighten up your calves. Stretch around your rib cage and breathe out. Flex your feet, bring your hands back down to your sides. Let's breathe in, point the toes away. Big stretch. And breathe out, hands to sides, flex your feet. And let's do that one more time. Nice big breath in. And breathe out. Perfect. Okay, let's walk our feet to the end position, and we'll bring the knees to the chest one at a time and give the knees a nice big hug. Now stretch out your lower back when you do this. This is probably one of the best things you can do for your lower back. So your tummy's down, your shoulders are relaxed, and you're stretching out your lower spine. So let's take a twist now. We're going to bring our arms out to the sides. Keep the shoulder blades flat on the floor, then lower your knees down. And if your knees stack and reach each other, that's fine. If your hips are a little tight, your knees probably may not reach. And just make sure your shoulder blades are on the floor. Now let's turn our head to look at our fingers away from our knees. Okay, breathe into the chest and the ribs on one side. All right, let's extend the top leg and just place the hand on that leg. So let's get a nice big stretch. Your foot might reach the floor, it might not, but let's just put the hand on top of the leg, and that just puts a little bit more weight there so we can get just a slightly bigger stretch. It's important to stretch the outer edge of the legs around the hip and around the side of the leg, so we can stop those muscles getting too tight. Okay, let's take another breath. Lovely, and bring the knees back up to the chest. Give them a nice hug, and then lower them down to the other side, and of course the arms in a T position. Check your shoulder blades are nice and flat, and then turn your head to look at your opposite fingers. Breathe into the ribs and into the chest. another big breath and let's extend the top leg. See if this one stretches a little bit more easily. Just relax your arm down. Try not to tense it up. Relax it down towards the floor. And that nice relaxed arm will put enough weight on the leg. Take another breath. Okay, bend the knee and let's bring those feet back to the end position. All right, let's do a little bit of spinal curls and we're going to roll up to a wrap. So I want you to have your feet hip width apart, but bring your knees a little bit closer towards each other so they're almost touching, or they can be touching. So let's breathe into the belly. Expand your belly out, and then as you breathe out, I want you to press the navel to spine, stretch out your lower back, squeeze the bottom of the buttocks and peel the vertebrae off the floor. Now take your time. You want to walk your shoulder blades downwards and nod your chin to chest, squeezing the bottom of the buttocks, and I want you to bring your inner thighs a little closer. So lift a little bit higher, squeeze the buttocks, try and relax around the neck and shoulders, and hold nice and firmly for 3 breaths. Breathe into the belly, try not to puff your rib cage up too much, and let's just work on to the buttocks. And of course into the thighs. Can you feel those thighs working? All right, let's breathe in and breathe out, roll down, stretch the spine out, flatten the lower back, and then release your tummy and your buttocks, and let's let that lower arch return in the back. Let's do it again. Breathe into the belly, breathe out, navel to spine, flatten the lower back, squeeze into the bottom of the buttocks as you lift up, and keep those knees and thighs drawing inwards so you get a big squeeze in the buttocks, and your thighs should be nice and firm, feeling a nice stretch around the hips and thighs. Take 3 breaths here. Okay, let's breathe in and breathe out. Let's roll down, stretch that spine out. Beautiful. And we'll bring the knees to the chest one at a time. Give them a nice big hug. Take a little rock from side to side. Stretch out that lower back. Okay, so we're going to lift one leg up and lift the other leg up. Now I want you to draw your tummy down and see if you can stretch your toes to the ceiling. Let's slide the kneecaps towards our hips and the thighs towards the hips. Tighten the tummy down. Now don't lift your shoulders up, draw them downwards and you can tighten your tummy better. Stretch your legs up as much as you can. That's really good for the legs and great for the tummy. All right, so we're going to bring our arms over our head. Breathe in, breathe out, chin to chest, extend the arms past your thighs. Don't lift your shoulders up, drop them down, tighten the tummy, chin to chest. Now I want you to lift up a little bit higher. Lift up higher, keep the legs stretched out. Lift up higher. How are you going? Stay with me. Take a nice breath. That's it, beautiful. Stay here. And one more. And then lower one leg down and lower the other leg down. And now we're in a seated position. All right, beautiful. Now we're going to bring our feet to the end position and just bring them as wide as the mat. Just place your hands or your knuckles down and we're just going to roll our knees from side to side. Now this is lovely for loosening up the hips. So we've got to make sure we can get those hips nice and comfy. All right, so we're going to bring our feet into a butterfly pose, but it's an extended one, so we're going to sit lovely and tall. And I want you to really sit tall. Top of chest lifted, tummy in, shoulder blades dropped right down. And we're going to do some nice big shoulder rolls. So just place your hands on the top of your shoulders and let's draw some big circles. Take a big breath in when your elbows lift up and breathe out when they drop down. Let's try one more. And beautiful. Now we're going to just place our hands on top of the knees for a camel ride. So breathe in, drop the shoulder blades down, lift the chest up, breathe out. Draw the navel in, drop the chin and round your back out. Breathe in, lift up, breathe out. Breathe in. Unless it's a little bit like a cat-cow pose. And let's try one more. Okay, lovely, well done. Now we're going to just extend those legs forward. Oh no, keep your feet here for a moment and let's just bring the arms forward, clasp your hands. Now we're going to do a little bit of a core work here and it'll be wonderful for your hips as well. So this butterfly pose is lovely for hips. Let's breathe in, breathe out, tuck your tummy. Okay, let's roll back a little bit further. Okay, and a little bit further. And now can we rotate? Keep your shoulders down and only rotate to a diagonal. So your hands are just past your knee. We're not moving our head around. We're keeping our eyes lined up with our fingers. Look at your thumbs. Forwards, and then let's rotate to the other side. Don't lift the shoulders, keep them even. That's it, beautiful. Let's do it one more time each side. So breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. Breathe in, and we're going to lift up and relax forward and stretch the outer edge of those hips. Breathe into the hips. Right into the belly, into the hips, outer edge of the hips. Inside of the hips should be stretching. All right, now let's extend the legs forward. Now we just move the extra bits away from the sit bones and lift up nice and tall. Top of chest lifted, shoulder blades slide down the back and the tummy is nice and firm. Stretch your legs out. Now let's bring our hands on the floor and you're just going to place them down. Some people's palms go down quite comfortably, other people it's fingertips. But try and bring your hands back a little past your hips so you're not holding yourself up with your hands. I want your tummy and your back muscles to do that. So sitting nice and tall. Now I want you to push through your heels. Can you feel your thighs firm up and your kneecaps slide upwards? I want everything to slide up towards your hips. And can you feel that your heels have lifted? Okay, and lower the heels down. Tighten up the thighs, tighten the tummy, lift the heels. Okay, lower them down. And let's do that again. That's really good for the calves, the shins, that's it, and wonderful for your thighs. All right, now we're going to do it one more time and clasp the hands behind the back. Lift up tall, breathe in and tighten the tummy, breathe out. Lift the arms up. Now some of you are going to be able to bend much closer than me towards your thighs. Please do that. So your hands might even lift up to the ceiling. Just go as far as you possibly can and without overstretching. Take a few breaths here. And then let's lower the hands down. Okay, now I'm going to bring my legs out into a V. And again, I want you to just sit forward on the sit bones. So as I bend forward, I'm sitting forward on my sit bones. And then when you sit up tall, you're lovely and straight. Now push through your heels. I want you to firm up your thighs. Keep your legs out. Your toes are pointing up the ceiling. They're not pointing outwards. They're not pointing inwards. They're pointing straight up. Okay, lovely. So let's lift our arms up. Now some of you might find this quite challenging. Just do the best you can. Tummy firm, lift the arms up. Is your spine still lovely and tall? Reach up. Now I want you to slide your shoulder blades down and lift the top of your chest. Did you find your arms go up a little higher when you do that? Tuck your chin in, stretch up through the back of the neck, draw the arms back a bit further. Some of you will be quite flexible and be able to bring those arms quite far back, just wherever you can. Now I'm going to get you to bring the thumbs on the nape of the neck and lift your elbows up nice and high. Lift the elbows up. Can you feel the stretch in the back of the arms? Now, are we still sitting tall or have we started to slouch? Please sit tall again. Tight tummy, stretched out legs. That's it. Back should be working, legs should be working. Stretching in the backs of the upper arms. Are you holding that? 2 more breaths. Oh, beautiful. And let's release. Okay, bringing those legs back together. Now we're going to do just a little bit of a twist. So let's take one leg over the other. And again, checking that you're sitting forward on your sit bones. Now, of course, you're always welcome to bend that foot in if you want to. But for today, I'm just going to do this one with the extended leg. So take your left arm and wrap it around the knee, right arm behind the back. Now, push with the fist or the palm, whichever you can reach. Sit tall, tummy draws in, shoulders drop down, chin drops a little. Now, for those who want just that little bit more, wrap your arm around your back. Now, keep the shoulders dropped. Beautiful. And for those who can actually do a bind, reach your hand between your knee and your leg in that little A-shaped part and reach your hands together. Now, you may or may not be able to reach, but that's okay. You've got to start somewhere. Let's take 3 big breaths here. All right, and then release. Now we're going to stretch that leg out and take the hands behind. Now what I want you to do is lean forward. Take your hands, palms or fists, just about mid-thigh. And I want you to press them down and straighten your arms. So you'll just lift your hips up off the floor quite easily. So if your tummy's nice and firm, you should be able to lift one leg, lower it down, and let's lift the other leg up and lower it down. Stay up here a little longer if you can. Take 3 breaths and let's go down. All right, so let's bring our legs out wide. Now I'm going to turn and face you so you can see me a little more easily. All right, flex the feet. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall. And then we're going to take a side bend. Take your right hand down, lift the left arm up, and stretch. Now, try not to roll forward and look at the floor. You need to be looking sideways or under your arm towards the ceiling, and that stops the roll forward. So we can get that big stretch in the side of the body. Now, for those who can do a little bit more, you're going to put your elbow on the floor and clasp your hands, but you're not going to bring your elbow forward. You're going to point that elbow up to the ceiling. Can you see the difference? And shoulder blades are down. That's it, keep those feet active. Don't forget about your left leg. Keep nice and strong, chest open. That's it, beautiful. Let's take 3 breaths. Did you find that nice big stretch? All right, let's lift up and we're going to do that on the other side. So breathe in and bend. Elbow down. Okay, so perhaps even clasp your hands. Are we gazing up? Are we stretching the side? Breathe into the side that's stretching. And see if you can hold it a little bit longer. 3 more breaths. And lifting up. All right, now let's turn around to the other side and then we're going to twist again. So let's take that left foot over the right this time and wrap that right arm around the knee. Left arm behind the back and lift tall. Shoulder blades down, tummy in. We're going to twist. So we want to rotate through the spine. That's it, lovely. And how are we going with that arm on the floor? Can we wrap it around the back? You can just leave it wrapped around the back or try a bind, taking your arm between your leg and try to reach your hands together. Okay, let's take a few breaths here. Okay, lovely. And we're going to release. Right, let's extend those legs forward again. And let's lift up lovely and tall. Beautiful. And we're going to take the hands, turn them into fists. Or first of all, let's slide them back. Sit tall. And then from here, we're going to clasp the hands behind. Just keep the shoulder blades down, the chest lifted, and the tummy in. So we're still using our tummy and our back. And we're keeping those legs stretched out, so the thighs should be working. All right, so we're going to do a little forward bend this time. Breathe in and breathe out. That's it, lovely. Chin tucks in, lift your arms up just as high as you can, whatever you can manage. And lowering your hands down, and let's lift up again. And place your hands down on the floor. Let's try and lift those hips up one more time. So hands more or less mid-thigh. Lean forward, lift the hips. Okay, are you ready to lift a leg? And down, lift another leg. Keep the arms nice and straight. Nice and straight, that's it, beautiful. Now, if you can, lift both legs up. I'm not sure I could get both mine up, but you might be able to. All right, let's sit down again. I'm coming back into a V pose. Here are my legs, nice and wide. The width of your legs will just depend on your hips, so just choose the leg width that works for you. Okay, push your hands down behind, lean forward, get that nice stretch in the legs before you start. Okay, so this time we're going to take our right hand on our shin, rotate our ribs to the left, and let's lift our left arm up and over. Now, we're looking for that side stretch, so always pause at the point you're getting the best side stretch. And then some of you might find it quite comfy to bring your right elbow inside your knee, come down and hold your big toe. Now, keep looking upwards so you don't roll the shoulder forward. We want to get that stretch into the side of the body. Keep the chin tucked in, gaze under the armpit. Can we do 3 more breaths? All right, let's lift up and we're going to do the other side. Hand on the shin, rotate the ribs, lift the arm up and over. Elbow inside the knee if you can. Keep gazing up. Keep the chest open as much as you can. Two more breaths. And let's lift up. Oh, lovely. All right, so let's bring our feet in. Now, I'm going to just take a seat this way and slide the feet inwards. Bring them as wide as the mat. Take my hands behind me and come into a squat. Now bring your heels inwards, bring your palms together. Press the knees outwards. All right, now what I'd like you to do is link your fingers and reach your arms up. So can you see my hands are linked and I'm drawing my shoulder blades down, lifting my arms up just as high as you can manage. The squat is really good for your hips and your knees. It's a wonderful exercise. Now let's take those hands behind our back. Draw the shoulder blades down the tummy in. So have the weight in your heels, but don't topple over backwards. All right, let's release, place the hands on the floor and walk the feet back to down dog. So let's walk the heels up and down, stretch the ankles on the calves. And then we're going to lower the heels towards the floor. Stretch the fingers out, make sure your wrists are in line with your shoulders, your feet are in line with your ankles are in line with your hips. And then let's see if we can lower the heels down wherever they want to go. Slide the kneecaps up and the thighs up towards your hips. Reach the arms, stretch them out. Slide shoulder blades down and in. Keep the upper arms stretched out. Take some big breaths here. Let the head hang. All right, one more big breath. And let's take a walk with our feet towards our hands. Let the upper body hang really loosely down. Hold your elbows and move your head forward and backward in a yes movement, and then side to side in a no movement, and move your torso and your arms from side to side to stretch out your lower back and each side of your back. Get your arms hanging down. Let's breathe in, breathe out, scoop the belly in, slide the hands up the legs, lift the shoulders to ears, roll them back, draw them downwards. Okay, so let's do 2 rounds of sun salute. So bring your feet nice and close together, spread your toes out, slide your kneecaps up, firm thighs, tighten your buttocks and your tummy, and draw your spine tall. Roll your shoulders back and downwards, bring your arms a little bit away from the sides of the body. Tuck your chin in, stretch the back of the neck up towards the ceiling. Let's take 3 big breaths here. Okay, let's take a big breath in, sun salute. Squeeze the buttocks, push the hips forward. Lean back a little, palms touch, gaze between your palms, otherwise you're going to be looking forward. And swan dive, stretch those arms out, stretch the spine out, forward fold. Okay, flat back. Hands can go on shins to start off and forward fold. And step your right foot, left foot back. Okay, on the toes. Slide shoulders to hips, keep the tummy firm, push through the heels. And we're going to rock forward and lower ourselves down. Now you can just bring your knees and chest down, otherwise rock down with me. And high cobra and down dog. All right, lovely. And we're going to crouch, look between our thumbs. And step that left foot forward, right foot forward, forward fold. And flat back. Breathe out, forward fold. And a nice big lift up. Breathe in, stretch. Breathe out, hands to sides. And back to chest. Deep breath in and out. Let's do that again. Sun salute. And swan dive. Forward fold. Flat back. Big stretch in the legs. Breathe out. Forward fold. And then step the right foot, left foot back. Into plank. If you can, rock forward. And lower yourself down. Breathing cobra. And breathe out, down dog. Let's crouch and look between our thumbs. You can walk or jump your feet forward, flat back, and breathe out, forward fold. Nice big breath in, sun salute. And breathe out, hands down to sides, back to chest. Okay, beautiful. Now, let's go again, except we're going to modify it this time. So breathe in. Sun salute and swan dive, forward fold, flat back and forward fold. Now we're going into a chair pose. So this is really wonderful for legs. So I want you to sweep your arms up. Now bring your hips down so your thighs are as parallel to the floor as possible. The weight in the heels, lift the arms up. Now draw your shoulder blades down, lift the arms. Now you can have your hands in chested prep. Can you feel that working into the thighs quite strongly? All right, beautiful. And let's lower the hands down. I want you to step your right foot back, lower the knee down. Flatten the top of the foot. Now keep your knee in line with your ankle. And we're going to do a crescent or a low lunge, a wide prayer. All right, so what we want to do is we want to tighten our tummy and draw our shoulder blades downwards. So you're really getting your tailbone to point a little more towards the floor. Stretch up. Breathe deeply. Now you can gaze up, otherwise pick a head position that works better for you. Stretch the arms up, work the back of the upper arms. Can you feel the hips stretch? Okay, breathe in and breathe out. Now tuck the back toe under, lift the knee, and let's go up again. Back into the same position. Now I want you to push through your back heel and make sure your toes are pointing forward. So a micro bend in the back knee. Try to stretch it out as much as you can. And drop those shoulder blades down, lifting the chest up to the sky. Okay, let's lower the hands down and we're going to step right foot back into plank, then lower the knees to the floor. So we're in a cat pose. Now I want you to take your right leg, sweep it back, lift it up and bring your knee to your nose. Now extend your leg back and this time we're leaning forward. Now can you see my body move forward? Keep the elbows next to the sides of the body, lift the leg high, tap the chin down, lift yourselves back up again and lunge your foot forward. Okay, tuck the back toe under, lift up, warrior one. Are you with me? So your back heel's down, front knee lined up with the ankle. Don't get lazy and start straightening your leg. Bend the knee, line it up with the ankle. Now, and to tighten up the tummy, drop the shoulder blades down, gazing up. Okay, and let's bring our hands down to the floor, lunge the foot back into plank, rock forward and down, breathing cobra, high cobra, and down dog. All right. You can loosen up a little by rocking side to side. Keep your arms stretched out nicely. And we're going to we're going to just pause for a moment. And we're going to go down to our elbows. So let's go to the elbows. Now you can look at your hands. Slide your shoulder blades downwards and tighten your tummy. You can also look at your feet. It's really up to you what head position you prefer. Your head shouldn't be touching the floor though. All right, lovely. Now we're going to lower those knees down to the floor and stretch your arms out for a little dog. So let's widen the chest. Slide the shoulder blades down so you really open your chest up. Forehead to the floor or chin to the floor if you can. So this is a lovely big stretch around the chest and the arms. Keep breathing. Now you can always put your elbows on the floor if this is a little bit too strong for you. Okay, beautiful. Now let's lower the elbows down. Tuck the toes under, lift the hips up. We're back into our dolphin pose. And now we're going to go into a down dog. Lift up the hands. Okay, lovely. Now let's step those feet together. And we want to lift the right leg up, three-leg dog, chest to thighs. And we're going to take a bend in the knee and come into scorpion. So I want your arms stretched out, put the weight even through your hands. Breathe into your ribs and then bring your knee forward into a pigeon hip stretch. Okay, so remember to flex your foot. Now, some of you might be able to get your knee in line with your ankle, or your ankle in line with your knee, and that's good. Now we're going to lift up nice and tall, stretching through the spine, and then come down. Now, of course, you can stack your fists, stack your hands, or reach your arms forward. Now, if this position just doesn't suit you, sit down and bring your back knee forward. Just rest on your elbows. So there's something for everybody. Okay, so keep your shoulders drawn away from your ears and your tummy firm. Now we're going to increase the stretch or change the stretch by creeping our fingers over to the side. So creeping over to the left and stretching between the knee and the back leg. All right, now we're going to walk our hands back. So creep them back. Bring your hands back to where they were when you were in a down dog. Tuck your back toe under. Bring your knee forward. Tuck the toes under, down dog. Lovely. Okay, now we're going to crouch, look between our thumbs, and you can walk your feet forward or take that little jump that we did earlier. And we've got a flat back. And forward fold. And let's go back into that chair pose. Drop your hips first, put the weight in the heels, lift the arms up. Take 3 breaths. So we really want to work into those legs today. And then lifting up. And bring your hands down to sides, back to chest. All right, let's try that again. On the other side. Okay, breathe in. Sun salute. Swan dive. Forward fold. Flat back, breathe in. Nice big stretch. Stretch those legs out. Breathe out, forward fold. Back to chair pose. Sweep the arms up. Okay, sit low. And then lower the hands down. And this time, take the left leg back, knee down. Flatten the top of the foot, and we've got our crescent lunge. Beautiful, lift up. Knee should be in line with the ankle. Now let's try and get the shoulder blades down a bit more, chest lifted, and we're gazing up. Stretch the hands out, we want to give them a good stretch. Big breaths into the front of the body. Okay, now if you can, lean forward a little, tuck the toe under, lift up. Now if you can't manage, you put your hands on the floor with your hands on your knee. Give yourself a little bit of a helping hand up. Drop the shoulder blades as much as you can. Stretch the arms up. Okay, let's dive the hands down and bring the front foot back into a plank. Okay, all right, so we're going to tighten the tummy and lower the knees down. This time we're taking the left leg back. Breathe in, goes up. Breathe out, knee to nose. Breathe in, stretch that leg back. Forwards and down. Elbows next to the body. Lift that leg up really high. Beautiful. Launch that foot forward. And tuck the back toe under. Warrior one. So how are we doing with our transitions? Are they quite smooth? Now if you make sure your hips are facing forward, draw your front hip back and your back hip a little bit forward, and that should help straighten them up nicely for warrior one. Pressing the outer edge of the foot down on the floor. Let's breathe in, breathe out, hands to floor, front foot back, plank. Let's rock forward, go down, breathe in, cobra, and breathe out, down dog. All right, now we're going to step our feet together, lift the left leg up, 3-leg dog, and then we're going into a scorpion, bend the knee, rotate, that's it, lovely, keep the arms stretched out, and then let's bring that knee forward into our pigeon hip stretch, and lift up tall, stretch out the spine, and then breathe out as you come into your favourite position with your arms, and stretch out that leg into the hips. All right, extend the arms if you want to. Now I'm going to create our hands to the side. Get that nice stretch in the side of the body. Walk your hands back forward and back where they were for down dog. Tuck the back toe under and let's lift up into the down dog. All right, lovely. So let's crouch. Look between our thumbs. And we're going to walk or jump those feet forward. Flat back. And forward fold. Chair pose. Last time. And I'm going to reach upwards. Bring the hands down to sides, back to chest. 3 deep breaths. Okay, let's lower the hands down. All right, lovely. Now we have a balance. So we're going to start off with hugging our knee to our chest, then bringing it into preparation for dancer, then a warrior 3, and then we're going to do just a little bit of twisting and side bending. All right, so let's roll the right foot forward, tighten up the tummy, and let's breathe in, lift the knee. Okay, so I want you to lift your chest and your spine tall. Now from here, we're going to hold the top of the foot and bring that knee into our preparation for dancer. So make sure you're squeezing the bottom of the buttocks and pushing your hips forward. Nice firm tummy. Okay, then let's slowly drift forward, reaching our left arm forward, lifting our right knee up as we create a bow and press the foot into the hand. Take a few breaths here. Try to straighten your standing leg. And you're going to release your foot, bring your arms into aeroplane wings. And we've got a warrior 3. All right, now lower your back foot down and lift the arms up. Clasp your hands into pistol grip. Step the back foot next to the front foot. And let's bend side to side. Firm buttocks. Breathe in, keep those legs firm. Breathe out. So try not to sway your hips around. Breathe in, breathe out. And let's do that one more time. Lifting up. Now lower your arms down to shoulder height. Drop your shoulders. Lift the chest up. Okay, tummy firm. Now I want you to look at your fingertips. So we're going to breathe in and breathe out. Only rotate the torso. Keep the hips facing me. And let's watch the fingers, and they're only going to a diagonal. Breathe in forwards. Breathe out. Diagonal the other direction. Breathing in forwards. Breathe out. Diagonal. And let's do that one more time. Okay, beautiful. And let's bring our hands to our chest. Take a deep breath in and out. Place your hands back on the hips. All right, roll your foot forward, left foot forward, lift the knee up, and let's hold that leg. Okay, start by finding your balance, then bring your knee back, hold the top of the foot. Keep the chest lifted, firm buttocks, push your hips forward. Now reach your arm, your right arm forward, bring your left knee back. Okay, stretch your standing leg out and push your foot into your hand to create the bow. There's lots of tension through the thigh. Now don't let your knee go out to the side, it should line up with your hip. Keep breathing. Now bring your arms out to the side, come into an aeroplane. Warrior 3, legs. Keep the buttocks firm. And lower your back foot down and lift your arms up, pistol grip. Step the back foot next to the front foot. Breathe in, breathe out to the left. Breathe in, lift up, breathe out to the right. That's it, lovely. Let's do that again, one more time each side. Try to keep your arms stretched out if you can. Okay, now lower your arms down to shoulder height. Now make sure you're lifting your chest up and your shoulder blades are down. So we don't want this rounded look. We want this nice tall spine. Let's breathe in, breathe out. Look at your fingers, rotate diagonal. Don't move your head too much further. Breathe in forward, breathe out. So this is the way you keep your hips facing forwards. is to look where your fingers are. Beautiful. And bring your hands to chest in prayer. And then I want you to turn and face sideways. I'm going to squat down. So just squat with me. Have your feet together. Pull your tummy in and push your hips back. See if you can go down quite low. This is very good for your ankles. Okay, so once you're here, you can bring your hands behind your back and sit down very gently. All right, so let's bring our arms forward in prayer and breathe out. Bring yourself down to the floor. That's beautiful. And let's bring those knees to the chest. Give them a nice big hug. Take a little rock from side to side. Now let's reach those legs up, point through the toes, slide the kneecaps and hips down towards the kneecaps and thighs, down towards the hips. Draw your tummy down, stretch the legs up. Make sure you walk your shoulder blades down and tuck your chin in. Stretch the legs up. You can have your hands by your sides and rotate those ankles. Just 5 times one way and 5 times the other. Let's go the other direction. Now I want you to bring your legs wide. You can hold the legs inside or out, and you'll get that nice big stretch on your inner thighs. And I want you to point and flex your feet. Nice big point and flex. Let's do 3 more of those. Okay, beautiful. Lift your legs up again, and if you're happy to join me, we're going to do a shoulder stand. All right, now for this shoulder stand, now don't look at me when you're in the position. This one you can't move your head. You need to come down and have a look if you're not sure. Now we're going to take our right ankle and place it just above or below, above our left knee, which is close towards our hips. Flex your foot. Now I want you to bend your left knee and bring it to your nose. So we should be getting a nice big hip stretch when we do this. So can you find it? All right, we're going to stretch our leg out again, and we're going to change our legs over. So now your left ankle is above your right knee. Flex your foot, and let's bring that right knee to our nose, if we can. Okay, stretch your legs up to the ceiling again. And now bring both knees to your nose, hands on the floor, rolling down nice and carefully, stretching out that lower spine, lower one foot down and then the other. And we should be ready to go up into our bridge position. So let's breathe into the belly, breathe out, navel to spine. Make sure your back's flat before you continue. Peel your vertebrae off the floor. Keep bringing those inner thighs a little bit closer so we get a nice firm squeeze in the buttocks. And let's clasp our hands and walk onto the edge of our shoulders. Squeeze the buttocks nice and firmly. Stretch the hands down or the little fingers down to the floor and towards the heels. Draw the shoulder blades down towards the feet. 3 big breaths. Okay, let's release the hands, roll down, flatten those shoulder blades and roll down. Flatten the lower back, bring the knees to the chest one at a time. Give them a nice big hug. Okay, so you can bring your feet down as wide as the mat and drop your knees inwards, or you can bring your feet together in a butterfly pose and drop the knees out. It's entirely up to you what's most comfortable. So you might like to put your left hand on your heart center and right hand on your belly. Make sure the shoulder blades are flat and the chin's nodded to chest. Breathe into the belly. And when you're ready, let's extend the legs. Just drop the feet outwards, just for a very short meditation. If you want to stay in meditation for a while, you can just turn the video off. Otherwise, join me. All right, let's take a nice big stretch. Arms over the head. Big stretch. And then release, walk your feet to the end position and roll into your side. Rest your head on your arm. And then let's lift up into a seated position. Whichever one suits you best. Draw the spine up gently, nod your chin to chest, relax your shoulders. Lower your hands to the floor, big breath in. Bring the arms above the head in prayer and bring your hands down to your chest, thumbs on the heart center. And take 3 deep breaths to energize your body. Fill up all of your lungs. Fill up your back, your collarbones. Let's finish with one more. And have a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind and a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. Remember to press subscribe and like and make a comment on my channel. Lovely to see you today. Enjoy the rest of it and join me again.